It's your boy. Why the hell are you with color theory? I don't really know what this is about to be, if it's anything, to be honest. I like Adobe Color though. It's fun. It's bright. It's laid out nicely. But I don't really know what I'm doing right now, to be completely honest. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just do things. Get weird with it. Concept art. I heard a half second of breakcore. Yeah, I accidentally muted my desktop rather than my mic. I'm listening to some wacky stuff right now. But I had to turn it back off because we're doing this. Yeah, I guess this is concept art. Vibe check, how we feeling? Today's a weird one. How's it going, Raptor? I don't really know. This is kind of how I do stuff. Janky stuff. It's kind of manic. We're just kind of here exploring. We're just kind of exploring, yo. You know? How's it going, Python? How's it going, Sock? Always room for one more. Here to do some weird stuff, I guess. I don't really have a plan. I am feeling exploring for what, new character prop scene? I don't know. I don't really know. This is just kind of like looking for stuff that I like, you know? I guess it's not like it's completely without a goal. It's completely without purpose. Well, that's not true. It's completely without direction, you know? Thanks, Raptor. Yeah, there's no goal here. The goal is just to kind of see how we feel. I wish I had a rectangular brush. There we go. That'll do. Why is it so low res? This will be a fun one then. Yeah. It's purely just to kind of throw things around and see how things look. Believe it or not, I've come up with more than one thing like this. This is kind of how Flip was made. Just kind of mess with stuff until something looks cool. This blue is killing me. I want like a sky blue, but everything's kind of vibrating. I don't want a color code. I just want sky blue. Let's just go with sky, yeah? Where is this blue? No chance. It's so dark. Why is it so dark? You know? Why is this sky so dark? Frick you, brush tool. Just do what I want, you know? Why is it so dark? It's a little better. It's just kind of vibraty. How's it going, Rat? Yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to be doing this long because this is just going to kind of last until it's not really productive anymore. Call me on the phone and say I need love. Can you get to me now? Who are you? Okay, alright, I can see you right now. You say you're not alone and call me on the phone. This is how I look at it for. It's up down here, not responsible. We're riding now. Bedroom now. Call me on the phone. Can you say I need love? Can you get to me now? I don't want it to be more red. I like the salmon, but I just want it to have more punch. Maybe not. Maybe I don't. I just feel like it's vibrating. I hate vibration. Why is it vibrating? No skifters today? No. Today I'm feeling weird. And I'm just kind of doing stuff. It almost feels, this is what I just imagine. I don't know anything about anything. But this is almost what I feel like doing something in an abstract sense must feel. Today's kind of like being manic, you know? Yeah, I used to have a pretty sick set of dreads. Not anymore. I really like this analogous palette. I've been really enjoying the idea of analogous palettes, which I think I want to lean into. This red one's a little too diverse. I really like this analogous palette. But it's all blue. Frick. This blue is not working. Blue is so difficult. Can't get a blue that I like. Which sucks so hard. I don't know how other shows do it. Maybe blue just doesn't work. Maybe blue just doesn't work for my stuff, you know? Blue, 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 blue. How do we feel about blue? Do we not like blue? Do I just not like blue? That can't be true. That can't be true. That looks so good. Back in the day, I made a cartoon. It was called Ultrasonic Overhand. And it seriously suffered. All these scenes looked good with the purple. But even still, things are kind of vibrating here. This was a while ago. But I had a good time with this project. And I learned a lot. And in these scenes with the purple, I remember enjoying this lilac and really just like using it to like the fullest extent that I possibly could. And at the start of the animation, there was this blue. And everything really washed out. I can't think if there's any shots in the prologue that I enjoyed that I can remember like actually liking. But everything was so washed out. But that's because all the colors were also bright, right? The color theory was just poo. Holy frick, we've come a long way since we made this guy. But yeah, this color theory, like everything's so washed out on the blue. Look at that. You can't see anything. And now if I step it up from this stupid blue, everything just vibrates so much. And I'm not about that. I'm not about the vibration. Not about the vibration, not about the lack of contrast. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going wrong here. Feel so clean like a money machine I am. Feel so clean like a money machine I am. Maybe what I have in mind doesn't work. Yeah, well, what I was thinking was going to be end up being something more like this. But I don't think that this will solve my problem just by simply doing this. It'd be more something like this. Does that help? I don't see a world where that, makes the difference. Feels so clean like a money machine. Yeah, well, as per my taste, unfortunately, I know it doesn't help. I know it doesn't. I'm in such a weird timing with my work right now mentally. Do I care about context? Do I care about what do I care about? Everything is different now, everything has changed. Always on the plane, always something new. I said nothing's new, nothing's changed, I still need you. Smoking something new. Gonna mean something new? No, we're just kind of messing around, experimenting. Sound tired? Pretty long day, yeah. I just have a couple hours to burn, and I want to just kind of get some. I have an artistic bone to pick with my brain, and I'm just trying to get some closure before I go to sleep. I'm slowly starting to like this blue, looking at this gradient. I'ma hit the way, I'ma hit the blue. I'm addicted to making money in a way, yeah. Vaccine, yeah. I might go and throw my phone into the lake, yeah. Been around as many times like a tree, yeah. Down on the screens, yeah. Bet my money on a stupid horse. I lost that. Get my cash back. Lost the money in my bank account. Oh no. Stupid horse in a selfish dance. I'll bet my money on fishnet carousel. So fast now. Lost some money in my bank account. Oh no. Lost some money in my bank account. Oh no. Everything is different if I can't have you. Okay. Let's push this further. That is a delicate balance. Maybe we push this lower. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Ah! Frickin' Photoshop. Okay. We're definitely onto something, though. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Not here, but here, we're onto something. And the blue looks way better with this dark tone. I don't want to stay. I don't want to touch. I don't want to touch black. I wrote myself a note recently. Where is it? This is my note that I wrote myself. And I'm committing to this. So I want to stay away from pure black. We're going to stay away from that. But this is far enough. You know? Need to take black out of that mug too, if that's the case. Which I think it is. I have some more notes in here that I can't show you guys. We have a lot. We have a lot to do. Photoshop, you are cringe. Glad I took the screenshot, though. Because we're finally on to something. Oh! It backed it up. We're a little behind. Nice work, Photoshop. Golden Coast. Okay, we're on to something. We're so on to something. What else did I have? First of all, let's obey our note, right? Frescoes represent Let's listen to our tests. Or our notes. And get rid of this black. At the very least. We owe it to ourselves to get it right. I was trying to find a way to kill time. Don't remember what other colors I had though. I know that I want this. Something like that. Which works. Obviously it works. Maybe it could stand to get a little bit more powerful in that realm. This is the other thing that I need. You just want to make it fun. It'll be more like that. Oh, we're on to something. We're getting there. Which means that if I'm correct to say that this does not work. Something like this. You just copy everything we do. If I wasn't me, I'd copy me too. No. That I don't like. That I know I don't like. We need to follow our own philosophies. And we need to save whatever the heck this is. Test. Yeah, I understand that what I'm doing is weird. But sometimes you gotta get weird. I don't know what to do with this. But I don't hate it. I know that I also need to rock with this. And I like that. I like that. I might be staying away from green, which I didn't expect. I'm getting more lost even by the second. Sorry. We're onto something. We're onto something with this. And I had a hypothesis that this wouldn't work. That this wouldn't work. And I think that that's true. I don't think this works. I think that I have a hypothesis that this is going to work, and I think that it will. Yeah. But it might not be necessary. We might just go like this. Ooh, maybe that's where our green can go? No, I really don't like green and blue. I never thought that that would be the case. I'd rather stick with this. I like this. But it'll be more like that. Yeah. And it'll also be more like this. It'll be more like that. Okay. So that looks good. Which is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What else do we need to test? I don't like green. Which I cannot fathom why. Maybe we can use the expert opinion. Maybe we can use science to help us. Help us understand what we simply are not trained to understand. And that is, why don't we like green? Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that. I'm saying I don't like it. I don't not like it. I'm not seeing the green. I'm going to come back for this later. That's the green that we're probably going to get, is this one. So let's see if science can help this. We certainly don't care about science. We certainly don't care. I certainly don't care to stick to science just because science exists. But sometimes it can make decisions for us. Because this looks good. This looks good. This looks good. This looks good. That looks pretty good. That doesn't look good. Maybe it does look good. Maybe it looks good. But it'll be like this. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay. What I'm doing is exploring. It's the equivalent of like painting, just like doing finger paint, smushing it around on the canvas until you see something that you like. I do have some things in mind, but nothing that's really working with the screen. But that's what we said about this, and now I really like it. Like this right now as a whole, I like a lot. And no, this current moment has nothing to do with skifters. It has to do with these two squares and how they are going to cope with being in each other's worlds. Because we can't always choose to be in the same space, but we definitely affect each other's space, for better or worse. Okay. I know I said that, but this is growing on me. That's all that really matters. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't have to be so complicated. Sometimes we got to break things down to the very lowest possible fundamentals of what could be, you know? Sometimes you got to boil it down. The green's rubbing me the wrong way. Unsure if it's the shapes or if it's the colors or if it's the idea of how organic it is. We might ditch the green altogether, which I'm not opposed to. The green is not a requirement. I kind of like the idea. Yeah. There's so many things I'm exploring right now. There's so many things we're thinking about. Thinking about concepts, thinking about ideas, thinking about like emotions, thinking about what do we want? What do we care about? What I did want the green, but it's gonna start triggering my brain. I did want the green. Don't get me wrong. I am just as confused as you are, and I'm trying to find the line. I'm trying to find the line to connect all of these things. I wanted the green, right? A moment ago. I like this color. It's cool. And on this blue, it looks good. What I'm starting to feel that is happening is with this green on the screen, what is it doing? What is it adding compared to what is it taking away, right? What I think that this is adding is a nice splash of life, right? That looks good. I like the color. But I think that what might be happening is this is taking away is it might be taking away from the coolness of the blue, right? there's a coolness of the blue. Is it being undersold by the green? Do we get more out of having a fully um a fully warm palette? If we had a fully warm palette, right? We kept with reds, oranges, yellows, and stayed away from green, blue, purple. Now we have the confines of these three colors to work with, And what does that do? What does that give us? Is that worth sacrificing the green? Is that worth sacrificing purple? If I want to have purple on this character's face in some capacity, does that take away? I think that right now, what green is adding to this is not worth what it's removing. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's actually what's happening. And I don't know if that's how I'm going to feel tomorrow. But right now, I'm curious as to if that's how I'm feeling. If that's why I'm feeling what I'm feeling when I feel this green vibrating against me. Because right now, the screen is everything is following the nap of my brain appropriately. Everything's going the same way and driving me to feel the same good things. And I promise you, I am just as lost as you are in terms of what the heck are we doing here? What are we trying to get out of this? Do we have a goal? Do we have a purpose? I like this yellow. I don't know if I have a purpose for this yellow. But I know I like it. Do I like it down here? Or perhaps is this yellow something that divides these? Maybe that yellow won't stay forever. Maybe it's temporary. Character presumed a background color. Yeah, I definitely like focusing on these colors. Don't really love this yellow against the white because it's so washed out. But we can adapt to that. Ooh, there's something else I want to test too. Oops. What I want to test is this. I like pink. Yeah, I like pink. No, I don't like that pink. I do like this pink. Pink, 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 pink. This pink is a little bit too washed out, perhaps. What if we give it some help? What if we give this pink some help too? Yeah. We like it. We like it. Do 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 do. I find we could be anything I don't need. Hmm. 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 Say it's personal, 'cause I find we could be anything I don't need. Yeah. We're on to something. Okay. I know that this was weird, and I know that it was short, but I think this is what I needed. I feel a lot better. I think I'm gonna call it there. Like I said, I'm not here for anything in particular. I'm just here to explore how I feel about things and how I feel about stuff. And I think that I've learned a lot. I think we're gonna call it there. But that's okay. They can't all last forever. And I do have to sleep, and I do have to work on skifters. I have a lot to do. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to, see how it makes me feel on another day. There's still a little bit of vibration. 1 RP randomness best stream. Truly a creative process. Yeah, we are being creative. We're getting ideas. We're percolating on things. I do have an idea for another project. And I need to run tests on that too in a different way. I need to run tests on what do I want to make? What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to say? What is fun? what matters. A lot of questions, and I have a lot of thinking to do. But this has helped. I'm glad I got a lot of it out on the screen. I don't know if we're going to do anything with any of this. I don't know what this is going to become, if anything. But I had fun. This was a vibe. I am going to call it a stream there. This is usually not the kind of content that I do on my streams. But if you found this interesting, let me know. And I'll stream next time my brain needs to do this. And this stream will sit on this channel. And maybe it'll be something to come back to see where things go if this actually becomes something. Or maybe it'll just be something that was for this moment. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys in the Discord. I'll stream again once things are less spoilery for Skifters, but Skifters episode 2 is coming along pretty well. So when that's a little closer, it's definitely in 3 alternate dimensions. I feel like I'm in one now, you know? I feel like my brain was trying to reach other places, and it didn't know where to be. And it's weird. It's almost like I got the sneeze out, you know? Like whatever I had to do, I got it over with. It was like a brain burp. Felt good. This was good for me, despite it being maybe a little erratic. I'm going to save this. I'm going to send it to myself so I can look at it later and see how I feel about it tomorrow. All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.